Hey up and welcome to Callums Corner. Welcome to the next episode of Reviewing My Reviews. For those of you who don't know how this works, basically I have a Facebook page. And on this page you can rate my page at 5 stars to 1 star, and you can leave me a little review, a little blurb telling me exactly what you think of me. Every couple of months I go over these and I review your reviews basically. There's some good ones, there's some bad ones. I try to look at both so we get an overall fair picture rather than just the good reviews. I try to take on board when people have valid points, although normally, to be honest with you, they're just spasmoids who are hating on me for my head shape, so we end up roasting them more often than not. And I do like to thank you guys for the good reviews. It's a nice way to interact with you guys. So without further ado, we're going to get stuck in. I'm going to do it in kind of good review, bad review as much as possible, because I don't want just the bad ones or just the good ones all at once. It's nice to have a balanced outlook at it. So let's start with a 5-star review. This one's coming at us from Tyler. Tyler says, "Hey Callum, I want to thank you for helping me through my depression these last few months. Your videos make me want to live another day to see the next video. Also, your anger turns me on. Ha ha, have a nice day." Now, I get this quite a bit from people suffering with depression, and it's always nice to hear. You know, I've suffered with depression myself, so it's nice to know that my videos are helping people through it in some tiny little way. As for the anger turning you on, I guess I can understand that. You know, I'm very much an alpha male, and when I rant, it's a righteous anger. It's probably going to be arousing for some people, although I'm not entirely comfortable with that, to be honest with you. I'm no homo, also no homophobe, and I would prefer it if people don't fap over me. You know, it's fine if it's turning you on, but please no fapping over me. That's just going to make me feel too uncomfortable to carry on. Okay, thank you for your 5-star review. That was gratefully received. Let's move on to a 1-star spasmoid now. This next one is from Tara, who's given me a 1-star review. She says, "Just chatting shite. Would watch Wilney any day compared to this crap." Okay, I mean, normally I would go and roast Tara. However, having looked at her profile and her photo, she's already kind of roasted herself. I'm not sure what she's suffering from, but it seems to be pretty profound. So I'm going to let her off. It's fine that you like Wilney. I mean, me and him are mates now. I'll watch all of his videos. It's absolutely fine. And if you don't enjoy mine, that's probably kind of a compliment, I guess, coming from you. So we move on. That's a 1-star review, but I'm not too bothered about that. She's got her own issues. Okay, let's get back into it with another 5-star review. This comes from Keenan. Keenan says, "Hey up, Callum. Callum, I've been a fan since the very beginning. I've watched your videos for well over a year now, and I still find them fresh, funny and informative. So I'd like to say thank you by giving you this 5-star review. Not only that, but it was me who created a hamper featuring all of your favourite snacks earlier this year, which I thoroughly appreciate you acknowledging. Might have to make another one next year. Keep it up, mate. Sticking around another year. Merry Christmas." Keenan, you're an absolute legend. I love hearing from people who've been watching my videos for a while. I can't believe that you've been watching for over a year and you're still not bored of me. That's surprising, but I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you find them informative. I'm glad you appreciate the corner. It's a little bit different to most other YouTube channels, and I appreciate you. I loved your hamper that you did for your brother, and I'll be looking out. Do tweet me when you do your next one. Okay, let's go for a 1-star now. Bring me back down to earth. This comes from Scott. Scott says, "The perfect example of a cockwomble. He must have been bullied a lot and thinks wrestling with teddy bears is what people think is self-defense is. I bet all his teddies have a hole between their legs." Right, Scott, you can keep your 1-star review, to be honest with you. I had a little look at your profile photo. You look like a retarded version of Kim Jong-il, the little aggressive Teletubby, the Korean dictator, right? I don't think that wrestling a telly is self-defense. I was demonstrating on the telly, because if I did it on a real person, I'd hurt them. It was a demonstration to show my viewers how to defend against a smaller person. The telly just represented that. As for the hole between their legs, don't judge me by your standards, you sick and perverted little individual. And also, you're more than semi-literate judging by your bloody type in your message. It was ridiculous. It was stupid, just like you. Keep your 1-star review. You're a spasmoid. This next one comes from Paul. He's given me a 1-star review. I've noticed Paul. He's been on my page for well over a year now, clamouring for attention like some kind of spurned young prepubescent schoolgirl. However, he's left me a review now, so we're going to deal with it. Paul says he's a proper dry lunch. Doesn't even make sense. I've given up taking the mick out of him because Mother Nature already did that. Well, he can talk. He looks like Penfold from bloody Danger Mouse. He must have been bullied throughout life, so lives a Walter Mitty type life on YouTube. One shouldn't mock the afflicted, but it's so easy with this sap. He's also a serial bedwetter. Right, Paul, there you go. I've acknowledged you now. Perhaps you're bugger off. Him and his other little divorced dad friend, both of them chubby little monkeys, often leave little hate comments on my videos on Facebook. I don't know why, it's just pointless. I've been doing it for over a year. Nobody bloody cares. If you don't like it, just don't watch. However, having looked at his photos, he's very, very clearly going through, or had been through, a traumatic divorce. He's got hundreds of pictures of him with motor scooters, like a little 16-year-old. They're obviously taking a place of where his family's love should be. So I pity him, and I feel sorry for Paul, but now we've dealt with you, will you just get lost? You know, I'm not interested anymore. You're not going to get any more attention from me. Hopefully this has made your day now. I've called you out and mentioned your name, and hopefully you're able to move on now and maybe go back to being a functioning member of society. Okay, this next one comes from Kate, who has left me a 5-star. Unusually, women seem to review me very highly on my Facebook page, which is totally the opposite to what I found in real life, where they don't seem to rate me at all. However, you know, I'll take it. Kate says, what a lad, man. If I could, I'd make it 11 out of 10 stars, man. What a lad. Yeah, thank you, Kate, for the 5-star review. I'm a bloody lad. Okay, let's deal with another 1-star review. This one comes from Harry, who says, OMG. Well, he's already an idiot because he's used OMG. This fat muggle stole my sausage roll at Greg's, and when I asked for it back, he called me inferior. Also, when I was on the same bus as him, he didn't save me a seat, even though I asked, and instead used it as a space to brush his sausage roll crumbs into. I hope you enjoyed my sausage roll, you nonce. So we're just going to mark this one up to mental illness and move on. You give me a 1-star review, but you got your own problems. Good luck with them. Okay, this next one is from a guy called Chris. Chris is an absolute legend. He's been watching and messaging me since my first video went viral and people found out about me. I mean, I was making videos for about 6 months before that, and there was only about 10 people watching, and I still know a few of them. They were legends as well, but Chris has been there pretty much from the beginning. And Chris says, well, Chris has given me a 5-star to start with, which is very gratefully received. Thank you, Chris. And Chris says, your videos cheer me up. Been a horrendous 4 months of EMDR therapy, but you never fail to make me laugh. Well done and keep the faith. Nil depreciandum. Chris, you're an absolute legend, mate. I really hope it gets better for you. A lot of the armed forces pay a very heavy price for what they've done, and I, for one, appreciate it. You are a proper good bloke, Chris. Thank you very much for a good review. Other side of the coin now, this comes from Scott, and obviously it's a 1-star review. Scott says, your head does look like a Tic Tac, you pellet head. Now, this confused me a little bit, and I looked at his profile. Scott is a grown-up man. He's practically middle-aged. He's got kids by the look of his profile. He's married. I can't imagine why someone like that would be wasting their time leaving hateful reviews on a page of a bloke on the internet who's got nothing to do with them. However, I've realised by the fact he's very clearly a beta male, he's probably just a bitter vegan. So I'll accept your 1-star review because I've got no choice but to accept it. However, I'm going to disregard your opinion and not really take it to heart, you lettuce munching little rabbit monkey. Okay, this next one is a 5-star review, and it comes from Callum, who is almost just a couple letters out from having one of the best names there is out there. But thank you, Callum, for your 5-star review. And Callum says, funniest man. About my favourite video is Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. Yeah, a few people enjoyed that, my reaction to that. I mean, I didn't enjoy watching it. It was pretty horrifying, but do leave me some more suggestions to weird videos for me to review, because I haven't done that over on TikToks for a little while. I did one on YouTube Rewind, but I mean, that's bad, not weird. So any unusual and strange videos you want me to review, do leave some suggestions below. And Callum, thank you for your 5 stars, my friend. Okay, let's deal with another 1-star review. This comes from Jan. Jan says, I hate you, Callum, and you Tic Tac nons. You baby-headed tall freak. You're 6'5", the only your head we're talking about. No one like you, Adams, delete your channel. If I wanted to see a Tic Tac, I'd go on Google Images. Your self-defense videos are stupid. I'd bang your giant ass out any day. Come at me, but don't cheat and crush M&Ms, bro. I haven't blurred out his profile photo because it doesn't show him. I just wanted to show you the levels of chav we're dealing with here. He's got a picture of the Adidas logo. I mean, you're a chav. I could already tell that by your message, but that just confirms it. You're an idiot, you can't write. I mean, that was just painful. And you couldn't bang me out. You couldn't even bang yourself out, you absolute spasmoid. Okay, time for a happier one. We've got a 5-star review from my man Harry. Harry says, Callum, you beautiful specimen of a man. Your videos are class and you have helped me with many things, from dealing with feminism to getting girls. You're a great man, and my mate Jack says that if you could make another dancing video, it would really help him out. Keep up the good work. Harry, you're the legend, my friend. I'm going to make a dancing video for you and Jack. Me and Eddie are going to do our dance to Despacito for you guys, the real corner fans. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Okay, this next one is from Adam. It's a 1-star review. Adam says, Tic Tac head, ha ha. Let us all know when you got that fixed, ha ha. Now, I've looked at Adam's bloody profile. He looks like Dylan Brewer. No wonder he's getting angry at me. You are literally one of the few people in the world who I wouldn't swap heads with. You know, you're that much of a scummy little chat bag. Your profile photo, you've actually got one of those little man bags on that you punt your 10 bags out when you're walking around the bloody amusement arcades. Stop being a drug dealer, stop being a chav, and then we'll talk about my bloody head, you massive, massive spasmoid. This next one is from Ed. Happily, it's a 5-star review. Ed says, if you're an egg, I would love to crack you and scramble you up in a pan and serve you on seeded bread. Your rage is at the pinnacle of my existence, and I love your impudent attitude towards vegans. Class. 10 out of 10 is my effing G. Now, I'm not a big fan of seeded bread. It's a little bit bourgeoisie for me, but I am a fan of your vocabulary. I really appreciate that. Very flowery language there. It speaks of a higher intellect man. I appreciate your 5-star review. You're a legend, my friend. 5 stars. We've got a 1-star review here from Danny Bear. Really? Danny Bear? God, that's a pathetic existence if that's what you're naming yourself on Facebook, isn't it? Danny Bloody Bear. God, that's beyond beta male, isn't it? Is there a CETA male? Bloody Z male? Z male? I don't know, but he sounds pathetic. Right, let's look at his review. This corner is the saddest corner. Tic Tac, get back in you box. Jesus Christ. This next one is a 1-star review. It's from Dylan. Dylan says, your content makes Jimmy Savile look innocent. Get back in your box, Tic Tacs. I've seen better hairlines on politicians. So Dylan's gone pretty offensive there, insinuating that I'm worse than Jimmy Bloody Savile. I was going to roast him quite harshly. I had a little look at his profile photo. He's wearing a very, very chavvy little baseball cap. But then I saw he's actually quite virulently, violently strawberry blonde. So I think that explains a lot, doesn't it? It explains the anger, it explains the hiding of his hair, and it explains why he's such a spasmoid. I feel for you, Dylan, but bugger off my page. Go on, do one. Okay, let's end the video on a high note. Let's end with a 5-star review from Jamie. Jamie says, hey Callum, I actually really enjoy your videos. Me and my brother discovered your channel on YouTube during a difficult time for us, and we really got a good laugh and found it funny and inspiring. Your views are thought-provoking. Keep up what you're doing. Can I shout out my channel? Jamie with a camera. Yeah, I've just shouted you out, Jamie. I'm really glad that you and your brother enjoyed my content and it helped you at a difficult time. That's what it's all about. The corner's a little bit different. It's a little bit different to what's out there on YouTube, and hopefully some people appreciate it. The ones that don't, I'm not too bothered about really. It's for the people in my corner. Right, let's wrap this up. That is the end of reviewing my reviews. Thank you for everyone who left me reviews. There were literally hundreds since last time. I couldn't include them all. We are now running at 4.2 out of 5 stars, which is very, very decent. And we've got well over 1,000 5-star ratings, which is such a compliment for me. It feels great. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you've made it this far, everyone in my corner is an absolute bloody legend. The haters can hate, I don't care. I'm just going to shake it off. And I have worn a hat for this video. Probably should have addressed that. It's just a bit cold at the moment. It's not because I'm worried about my Tic Tac head. I've accepted it now. It's just cold. Right, thank you very much. You're all legends. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, leave us a dislike. Just let me know what you thought.